Pardon my Frenchie, this is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. Welcome. I've got Coco, Chanel with me today, and Rosie and Lola are also walking around the studio today, joining me. They're going to start, well, Lola's in a real playful mood today for my 10-year-old. Yeah, she's been real goofy today playing, but welcome. I hope that this video finds you well. Today we are discussing the happiness that our animals bring us, and we are wondering why our dogs are eating our chairs in our studio, because that's not fun. And I don't know why Miss Coco Chanel is doing things like that, but sometimes we do things we're not supposed to be doing on TV, and everybody out there can see you, Miss Chanel. They can see you, and she's going to do it again because she thinks she's going to be bad like that. No, we don't do that, Miss Chanel. So a little bit about Coco. Coco was our rescue. We rescued her about a few months ago, and Coco is completely deaf. She is a French bulldog, and she is completely deaf. She was a breeder rescue, or I'm sorry, a breeder surrender. And I don't know where these two are going to go. And this is Rosie. Rosie's my other French bulldog. And of course, this is Lola, my boxer. Now, Lola was also she was a rescue 10 years ago. And Rosie came from a breeder. But these are my two superstars, or my three superstars that are joining me today. And they're the ones that bring me a lot of joy every day of my life. And but anyways, so again, today we're talking about the joy that animals can bring, and well, hang on. Now Lola's getting in trouble. Lola, no. Lola is going to knock over my camera. And see, this one is going to bite on my chair again today. So I don't know where really this video is going to go, because I have one acting up down here. Now, no, Coco Chanel. Now why does this happen to me? So I've got to see now Rosie usually yells at Coco. You see, Rosie's going to yell at Coco. I had a whole story planned for this, and now it's good. Oh, now don't you bite on my other Frenchies. So see, now my kids are going to act up. I had a whole segment planned, and now it's not, and now it's not going to turn out the way it's supposed to turn out. So we're going to watch what Miss Chanel does here, because Coco is usually my troublemaker that tries to get in trouble, and usually Rosie will try to get her out of trouble, but for some reason she wants to lick her ears right now. So I don't know what's going on. But anyways, this is my life. This is what goes on all day long. Either we're playing, which is actually good for Lola, because Lola is, again, she's my senior in the house right now, and she enjoys getting rowdy and playing. So, but I know that in the last video I was talking about the joys of dog ownership, and I still believe that kids and families and I believe everybody should have some sort of animal in their house, whether it's dogs, cats, birds, something in their home. I believe kids need to grow up with an animal in the house, something that they can learn how to take care of and appreciate. The unconditional love that these animals give is a lesson in itself. For a child to see and be able to care for something that can't speak, can only show physically the love that they have for them, is just amazing. You know, I mean, these animals will tell you that they love you without having to say a word. And you know, there's nothing better than that. There's no better example that a kid could have than anytime they go out of the house and come back and you've got this happy little creature that's excited to see them when they walk in. You know, where do you get that? You can't get that anywhere. You know, and they're goofy and they do crazy things. And I mean, the amount of stuff that these guys do every day, you know, it just, I never know what's going to happen. And you know, do they do some, you know, weird stuff all the time? Do they get in trouble all the time? Especially my Coco Chanel, as you can see, biting on my chair when I work from home. Oh yeah, they try to, you know, get in my way and pull my stuff down and, you know, get my attention and all that good stuff. But I love them. You know, I love them, and I love the ones before them. You know, I mean, they're my world. You know, they were my world. I mean, these are my ones over here. These were my ones before them. And I mean, this picture, you know, right here is every time I would come home from work, all I would do is go and sit on the couch, and all four of them would come, and they had their spots. You know, one would sit on the floor in front of me, one would jump on the lap here, the other one would jump on the lap here, and then one would sit on the arm of the chair, and we would sit there. You know, and that's priceless. That's priceless that you get that much love. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who would not want that? That is absolutely amazing. You know, I had a stark difference yesterday with, I know in the last video I talked about it where, you know, like I said, we have a few, you know, young adults at my job that don't have animals, that I keep trying to say, you know, you need to improve the quality of your life by adopting a dog or a cat. Well, one finally took the leap yesterday and adopted a cat, which I was very proud of him, because I think, again, I think they bring companionship, and I mean, it's saving a life. You know, and I think it's saves their life too, and they don't even realize it. You know, that companionship alone saves their life. And then, interesting enough, I ran into an old friend that I had known years ago, and you know, she's up there in the age. You know, she's not, you know, too much older, but she's up there in the age, and you know, she has had cats all of her life. She had lost one that we had known, or I had known when I had known her, and she said that she lost it a couple years ago, and she had one left. But you know, she had said to me that she thinks after that cat goes, that she wasn't going to get any more cats. I think that when people get a certain age, you know, they get to the point where, you know, they don't they don't, you know, want to take care of animals anymore. And I don't think it's that they don't want to. I think it's that they fear that if they take on something else, and if something happens to them, they worry what's going to happen to their animal. And or who's going to take it, or are they going to, you know, take just as good a care of it as they would. I mean, I know I would worry about that. If God forbid something happened to me, yeah, I would worry about, you know, who's going to take care of my kids, and then who's going to take care of my fur kids, because there's no way that I would want my kids to be in, you know, my dogs to be put in a shelter, or to go to somebody that's not going to love them as much as I do. So I can see the difference there. But then I also think if I was an, you know, elderly person with my kids all grown, I don't know if I would want to miss out on that unconditional love, you know, the happiness. And I mean, it's, you know, I'm not an empty nester yet. I still have a young person at home. But, you know, my life is still very active. But I I don't know. I couldn't imagine not, I don't know. I couldn't imagine coming home to an empty house or nobody there. I don't know. I've never lived without a dog. Um, I had I had a cat at one time, but I've never lived without a dog. So I don't know. I guess it'd be super weird for me. Um, so who knows? I'll probably be one of those crazy old people with like 10 dogs or whatever. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know. Because it's, like I said, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I love them to death. I really do. And as much as when you lose them, it hurts. Um, you just think of, you get the next ones that you get, that come into your lives. You're giving them a beautiful home and, beautiful life. And they're just another addition to your family. So hang on, I gotta yell at Rosie, who's hitting my tripod. Rosie, come here. Hang on, come here. You took my tape. See? And they're like children. Somebody on a side note, somebody was saying that dogs have a mental capacity of a 2-year-old, which I found interesting. A 2-year-old, they say, which makes sense because they put everything in their mouth. They put everything in their mouth, especially Coco Chanel. She puts everything in her mouth. And then they always want attention. So if I put my hand on Coco, usually Rosie will lose her mind because she wants the attention. So yeah, if I pet Coco, usually Rosie will lose her mind. And then Lola's at the point where Lola just she just just is happy to be here. So, but well, thank you for joining me this week. And my hope is that you hit the like and subscribe button. And clearly, Rosie wants me to bring out the Christmas tree again because that's what she was scratching at. But anyways, so hit the like or subscribe button. Oh, I gotta get a new chair. So anyways, so hit the like or subscribe button. And if you don't have a friend, you have one now. I am looking for stories or people who would like to share their story about their pet loss and grief. I would like to talk to you. So if you have a story that you would like to share about your pet loss grief, then please email me at pardonmyfrenchie, this is me, at yahoo.com, and I would love to speak with you. Again, that's pardonmyfrenchie, this is me, at yahoo.com. I will put that in the comment section below. Please reach out to me because I would love to have you on a show and talk to you about your pet loss and grief story. And then your story can help other people that are going through pet loss. It's amazing what happens when you share your story. A lot of people don't realize that if you have a story, a lot of people don't realize that if you have a story, a lot of people don't realize that if you have a story, your story can help other people, and then their story can help other people. So it's all about healing. So until next week, again, if you don't have a friend, you have one now. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.